As you know, about 9 months ago, this guy, Anthony Fantano, reviewed CLB. I don't know if he was trolling. I don't know if he was just trying to do it for views and it was funny and, you know, it's I don't know if that's his bit, like to hate on Drake. I don't know. There's a reason why, you know, this is like the #1 music reviewer, like on YouTube. He's good, bro. But for some reason, he has a problem with Drake. Out of every artist you can have a problem with, it's Drake. Arguably one of the greatest artists of all time. It's not even debatable if you just look at pure just record sales. It's not debatable at this point, bro. This guy just dropped a dance album. It was the #1 dance album in the history of the internet, bro. Now, people will sit here. The goats are subjective. It's whatever your personal taste is, whatever. Drake is minimum top 3. From a 10-year-old's point of view, a 20-year-old's, a 30-year-old's, a 40-year-old's, all the way up to an 80-year-old woman. He's top 3 all time, no matter what. So with that being said, 9 months ago, he reviewed the album, Certified Lover Boy, which I believe I gave a 9.5 out of 10. I think maybe a 9 or 9.5. I don't remember. And I really enjoyed it. I don't remember what he gave it. He gave it a bad review. It doesn't even matter what he gave it. So now he's back and has reviewed Drake's newest album, Honestly Nevermind. All right, here we go. By the way, listen to the lyrics of this song. Like, read the lyrics when you listen to this song. It's called Text Go Green. The lyrics are like basically about an ex-girlfriend hitting up Drake and then he has to block her. It's like, that's some relatable bro. That's some relatable bro. Anyone, I mean, hold on. To the people who've talked to girls. I know there's a lot of you who've never scared to talk to girls. Do you guys who talk to girls know what I'm talking about, though? You, the cool people in here. You know what I mean, bro? We've all dealt with a crazy girl, bro. All right, here we go. Drake's Honestly Nevermind is not good. Okay, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, this new Drake album, it's not good. Yes, we have a brand new surprise album from Drake, which I didn't expect Drake to come back with a new release so quickly after last year's CLB, especially since that did seem like such a big album rollout for Drizzy, and I can't imagine too much has been happening with him drama-wise since then and now that would inspire any grand displays of emotion, or diary-like verses spit over cinematic soul chops. But I suppose this new record isn't even so much about Drake as much as it's about a shift in sound, which in theory is great because I think Drake has been in severe need of a switch up since Views, as CLB saw him at so many weirdly awkward emotional lows and commercial highs that were so preposterous they were pretty much parody. But Honestly Nevermind does present Drake in a new light. Over a series of beats inspired by house and dance music, there are a lot of quarter note kicks on this record, pianos and keys that skip across the grooves, a few builds and drops, but all delivered in this vaguely moody, in your feels vibe that we expect pretty much every Drake record to fit into. This is not the sound of like some wild EDM festival or anything like that. Really more of a sad solo dance party with you DJing for yourself off your laptop speakers. Like,
dude, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's the most hating shit I've ever heard in my life, bro. That is actually crazy. That's actually crazy, bro. Wait, that's insane to say that, bro. That's actually, no, that's crazy. Wait, so you mean to tell me that these songs, first of all, what scenario even is that where you're having your own party and you're alone? That's just fake, bro. This is made up. This is fiction. Dude, it's like those fucking memes, bro. Like, he's like playing into like Drake memes. Hold on a second. I'm about to, dude, look at this. I'm about to read you some. Drake the type of guy to pause in the air before falling down. Drake the type of guy to say, guys, we have some company in a horror movie. Drake the type of guy to say, fascinating when doing a science experiment. Drake the type of dude to be laughing with friends and softly say, I needed this. I'm not done, bro. This is the internet. This is bullshit. Drake the type of guy to have his pants pulled down and reveal underwear with hearts. Like, what? How do you even think of that, bro? Drake the type of guy to see something bad in the news and say, you're gonna want to see this. Wait, I think there's more. Oh no, that was it. Okay, that was all I had. Dude, this is what I mean though. It's like, what? I don't understand, why is it so funny? Like, why is it like a thing to like make fun of Drake? Like, I'm confused. Like, I actually don't get it. I really don't. I truly don't understand it. And why is it funny, bro? Dude, I can't understand it, bro. I can't. But let's go. No, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit, bro.
Like the mix and vocals on Flights Booked, for example, are so bricked out and distorted, I can't imagine them sounding good on anything else. I get that nobody wants to hear me whine about the mixes on a Drake song, especially since a good deal of the time they are bearable, but I just have to wonder, what is the use in being the biggest rap artist on the planet with access to the best producers and sound engineers that money can buy if your stuff is still going to have the quality of a SoundCloud dance music producer who's put together his first remix? And look, doing better has been a pretty consistent problem for Drake these days, because there's really been a growing sense of complacency
like a few Drake songs, and I'm even talking about like in other albums too, sound like they could sound better. So my thing is like, is this like a purposeful thing? Because you know that Drake does have access to anything he would want musically. So my thing is like, is it on purpose and you're just like, you know, like trying to nitpick, or like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I know what he's saying though. Like there's some sounds that songs that sound like a little like distorted. I don't know if that's on purpose though. I don't know. It's not like it's bad where it's like, oh God, this is like, you can't even listen to it. So I don't know.
In his records, as he handed us the mostly passionless views, the playlisted mess.
Mostly passionless view. Guys, I've spoke about views many times before, and I'm a Drake fan. In case you didn't know, I'm a fan of Drake's music. When I go back and to listen to songs over the years, what I find myself mostly going back to is views, bro. I listen to his old shit. I listen to like when he Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. I listen to everything, bro. But Views has so many like just good ass catchy songs, bro. Like they're so good. Like, literally, the whole album is so fucking good, bro. Like, we're to the point where there's other Drake albums where I'll skip song that I used to like, but you know what I mean? Like, this one, I really don't skip any shit. I don't skip anything, bro. I truly don't.
As he handed us the mostly passionless views, the playlisted mess that he titled More Life, the bloated Scorpion, and sure, each of these records did have their highlights, but for the most part, they did kind of feel like Drake going through the motions. And I hoped that wouldn't be the case on a record where he is switching up his sound so boldly. And while in some ways, honestly, Nevermind is different, in so many other ways, it's pretty much exactly the same. Like, I think the dance beats on this project have only given Drake more of an excuse to disconnect. Disconnect emotionally, disconnect from the need to give us anything of substance lyrically, disconnect from songwriting. Like, this record is generally pretty low on lyrical details, which I guess I get because the vibe is less about what Drake is saying and more about the melody lines that his voice is hitting as he's just kind of riffing over these instrumentals. But I feel like the final product didn't need to be this one-dimensional. On songs such as Falling Back and Texts Go Green, it's pretty obvious Drake couldn't be bothered to structure these tracks in any way. He's just very limply and weakly improvising over them. And of course, across these tracks, Drake doesn't show the emotional and vocal range to make these 4 or 5 minute runtimes worth the journey with his very awkward falsettos and kind of numb mid-range. So
like, I've never heard somebody, like an artist, being described as awkward, bro. Like, this is like some hating shit, bro. How, the way Drake sings is awkward? Like, that doesn't even make sense, bro. This is literally just hating. This isn't even a real critique. That's literally not even a real critique, bro. I've never heard any song and been like, that's awkward. Like, I'm talking about song, not even just a Drake song, bro. Bro, this is like, he just said, like, all he's saying is shit that, like, can't be proven wrong. It's like, just like a claim that it can't be like, oh, like, this is what he's saying. He's like, oh, dude, no, this is, like, lazy. Drake can, like, do better. Like, this is, like, he's not even trying. Like, what could you say to that? There's nothing to say to that. It's not like someone, or he can even be like, oh yeah, I was. Like that doesn't even make sense, bro. I don't know what the name of what he's saying is, but there's like a name to this type of argument where it's like, this isn't even a real argument. There's no fact behind it. It's just like, you're just saying like, you know, And it's not even an opinion. It's just like making up like a fake thing. Like, oh dude, he's not even trying, bro. This is rushed. Like shit like that. So how would you even know? You wouldn't even know that. I don't know. I'm getting pissed. It's a halfway through the video. I'm getting pissed. Obviously, he didn't even give this album like a chance, bro. Obviously. But
so, yeah, there are cuts on this thing that feel very background, very forgettable, very wallpaper, but there are others that are downright preposterous. Like the song Currents with the squeaky bed sample. Yeah, there's like the sound of a squeaky chair, or I assume, again, bed playing throughout the entire beat. Sounds
You know, like, I can see why this guy's so mad. Because Drake is, like, considered, like, the biggest artist, right? And he's making songs that, like, for fun, like Currents with the bed squeak or whatever. And, like, you know, there's other artists like, you know, Kendrick, who's, like, it's really, like, deep shit. And, like, other... And Drake's just like, dude, fuck it. Like, here's some shit to, like, dance to. And shit. Like, he's not even trying. Like, that... I guess that's what he means by he's, like, not even trying, bro. Like, I guess that's what he means. Where he's like, dude... If you really wanted to, you could try, like, to, you know, like, be deep and whatever. But Drake's not even trying to do that. And people get mad, like, music heads get, like, mad about Drake. Because they're like, oh, you don't even, like, this guy's so much deeper than you, bro. Like, you don't even deserve this. Like, dude, stop crying, bro. Literally. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about, like, all these dudes who are, like, hip-hop, rap, nerdy guys, like... who, like, study every lyric and shit. Like, dude, you're, like, what are you even doing, bro? Like, literally, what are you doing? It's like sad, bro. It's sad, dude.
Absolutely goofy, absolutely trash. And the song Calling My Name, is it even a song? It's kind of like a decent intro building things up, then a random interruption, and then after that what sounds like could have been a decent piece of a longer dance cut. Granted, that final part of the song is about how a pussy is calling Drake's name. You gotta be...
Wait a second. Listen, I've seen many of this guy's reviews. I've seen many things said about songs, Drake songs, critique them, whatever. Not once have I ever heard someone go, is this even a song? Did you really just say that? Is this a song? Like that's beyond hating, bro. That's beyond fucking hate. That's beyond hate, bro. You're literally dead ass being like, yo, that's not even a song. That's like gaslighting, bro. That's literally gaslighting. That's literally gaslighting, bro.
Be doing some crazy shit to the pussy for it to go, Aubrey. Tie That Binds is a failed attempt at taking things in a Latin direction with what sounds like a first-year guitarist's interpretation of what flamenco guitar is, which, again, you're Drake. You could literally get anyone to play this part, and yet what we have on the record is this. Liability is just a bad, unfinished Drake song played in slow motion for 4 minutes. Like, let me be...
Dude, Liability's a great song. How is it unfinished? Like, this is so dumb, bro. This is so stupid. What the hell are we talking? Like, Liability's good. Again, all these critiques, you can't even dispute them. It's like, you just gotta, like, take it, bro.
It's just a bad, unfinished Drake song played in slow motion for 4 minutes. Like, let me be clear here and say that I have no issue with Drake switching up styles on this record. It's fine. It's cool. It could have panned out into a great LP. But if only he would actually try. If only he would actually show some effort. If only he would put something else into these songs other than just the bare minimum to get by. Now, look, across the LP...
Well, I don't, like, what does he mean by that? Like, what does he mean by that? Like, do you want Drake to do other people's style of music where there's, like, background shit and, like, you know, when people are doing, like, there's, like, background vocals and other, like, random, like, whatever. Like, you're just saying, oh no, Drake, like, I like this type of music more, do this. You know what I mean? Like, there's plenty of artists that just do a song and it's just them and the mic and the beat and, like, whatever, the music. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. This is the same thing, bro. every single time. I don't know. I mean, that's how I interpreted this. Unless I'm drunk, bro, which I don't think I'm drunk. That's how I interpreted this. But okay, there's people putting question marks. Okay.
Into these songs other than just the bare minimum to get by. Now, look, across the LP, there are a few flashes in the pan. On the song Sticky, the dance beat actually varies up along the progression of the song. The grooves are tight. Drake brings some very catchy and clean flows and verses, with a lot of clever bars as well. I love the one where he talks about somebody saying he's changed, but in fact he millionsed. But yeah, it's just a really good hip-hop dance fusion. And then there's Jimmy Cooks with 21 Savage on the closer, which is a very smooth piece of southern hip-hop, a lot of sweet classic horn samples, a very dark and heavy beat switch. Drake on the front end holds his own. 21 Savage sounds great in the second half. But my compliments for this record kind of start and end there. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. The only other tracks on this thing I kind of fuck with are mostly because of the beat and production carrying, like on Massive or A Keeper, but neither of these instrumentals would I go out of my way to listen to were they not on a Drake record. Many of the other beats on this thing sound like Drake had them made on Fiverr. Yeah, that's sort of all I have to say about this record. There's really not a whole lot to it. I really think this is Drake's lowest point yet in terms of level of effort. He really put almost nothing into this record. It's one note, badly produced, weakly sung, horrendously underwritten. And yeah, a lot of the shit people have been saying about it online about just like, being the kind of music that plays over the loudspeaker at H&M. For the most part, that's really accurate. Yeah. Yeah, this Drake record is not good.
I need to talk to Fantano, bro. Hold on, wait.
Can chat hear me? If chat can hear me, say thick ass thought.
You sound a little distorted like that one song on the album.
Oh, okay. In a good way?
I don't know. Chat, it's good or thick ass thought. Wait, what? Oh shit. Okay.
Chat can hear me. Yeah, listen. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening to you. It's just you and me, buddy.
Listen, dude. Okay, you know what? I'm not even worried about the chat. Let me just
stop. You look good.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. You look good.
The haircut is tight. Mm-hmm. The beard looks good. The top looks good. You look clean.
Hey, I appreciate that. But listen, that's not gonna make me forget about what I just heard come out of your mouth.
It seems like you forgot about a lot, honestly. Like when I think about it, because I've been watching the stream.
What do you think I forgot about?
You were impugning my authenticity. I'll say that. Like
no. Explain what you mean. Explain what you mean.
We had a nice long chat about my feelings on Drake and all that. And you still think I'm just trolling? You think I'm not real? You think I'm not being honest with my feelings?
I think you're being harsh. I think you're being extra harsh because you know that it's funny. Or like it's some type of people like Drake slander.
Not a joke to me.
But so you don't think it's okay, so because I watch other reviews too. I don't just watch the Drake one. You also make memes out of like Nav. I'm not comparing Nav and Drake, but dude, there's so many artists that are horrible, but somehow Nav is just so just the worst person ever. That doesn't make sense, bro.
Who there in your opinion is worse than Nav?
So many people.
Just name three. Any three. Just throw any three out there.
Any three people that you rated higher, or just any three people? Dude, I think he's one of the best.
Hey, just name three people who are worse. Just any three. It could be anybody.
I mean, I don't want to put that negativity. I don't want to shit on somebody. I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's better than Russ.
You're not gonna back off. Come on.
Okay, he's better than Russ. Yeah, he's better than Russ. Russ. I mean, what? Yeet. Oh, definitely better than Yeet. That dude's ass.
You okay? So I could see Russ as sort of like a difference in
and Lil Pump. Yeah, we'll throw a Lil Pump in there. Yeah, we'll throw a Lil Pump. Of course.
Track Nav, but I think comparatively, Yeet is a little bit closer because Nav and Yeet are very much about the vibe that they're bringing to the table. They're not super, they're not both super lyrical or anything. You think sonically Yeet is way worse than Nav?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard one Yeet song in my life, so that's I actually don't know what. People just keep saying Yeet every day, and it makes me not want to listen to it. I don't know what
mean,
that means.
I'm not the biggest Yeet fan myself, but I mean,
Yeah.
vocally, I find Yeet to be a lot more expressive than Nav. I mean, for me, a lot of the Nav humor kind of comes from the fact that, like, I just don't think he brings a lot of personality to the mic, you know? And that's kind of a lot of my issues with Nav start and end.
But what? Okay, so but I get it. I get it. So let's get back on track though. Because we're talking about Drake. We're not talking about Nav. Whatever.
Right.
We're talking about Drake. So what I've seen your Drake reviews, and on your last one and your whatever, a few times you've brought up this. Drake is kind of doing the same stuff or going through the motions, or same style, whatever. So now he comes in with it, literally an entire album that he's never done this before, where it's just all like kind of like dancey type, like singing tracks and not really a lot of rapping, right? So he switches it up.
Yeah.
He switches up for critics like, you and other people who have said like, oh, he doesn't.
Who wanted him to do something different, yes.
Yeah, so he switches up. But now it's like, oh, well,
And
it's
now
not
we're
what
not
I
happy.
wanted,
We're not
bro.
happy now. We just won't like anything. I know.
Yeah, so I want to hear what you have to say to that. What are people who say that? What do you have to say back to that?
Look, I like that he switched it up. I just think he's still not trying. I think he's not putting in the effort. Like, okay, you've been talking about this fucking Text Go Green track. Hum me the melody of that track.
It's
Hum me the melody of the song.
Listen. The album's been out for 72 hours. I don't know it.
Song is so fucking catchy.
I don't know it. It's 72 hours.
I like the fucking song, and I can hum the melody to you.
Yeah, but
It's not
okay.
a catchy fucking song. It doesn't stick. You were talking earlier about how nobody's going to put these songs on in the club. Nobody's going to say, this is trash, shut it off. Of course they're not. It's background music. It's wallpaper.
But you're
Nobody's
saying
gonna tell you to
okay.
turn it off because
What
it
about the
sounds like
weekend? Okay, what about the
background.
Weeknd's newest album?
It's not so loud that you can't talk to some girl who you're trying to get in her pants.
Okay,
So you're not going to tell anyone to shut it off.
Okay,
It's
so
just a vibe.
how about
It's
the
just
Weeknd?
background.
The
You're
Weeknd's
not
newest
committing
album.
it to your memory. You're talking about how great it is. You can't even hum me the fucking song.
Listen. Listen to me. Tell me.
I am listening to you. You sound ridiculous.
I'm saying this. Tell me. What about the Weeknd's newest album, Dawn FM?
What about it?
It's the same type of thing, bro. It's just like
What?
background music.
What? It's the same type of thing as this?
Yeah, it's background music, bro. It's dance, like it's in a club type music. It's like it's not supposed to be like dissected, bro. Like there's no Weeknd song on the album where I'm like
on that record with strong choruses, super like movie trailer sized instrumentals, not like little looping forgettable bleeps and bloops like on fucking Falling Back.
like so you're just saying like you're just like, oh, I like the melody more on a like I don't know what you're saying. Like
Yeah, I like the melody more in a piece of music. Is that a novel concept to you?
But you're
Like,
you're literally claiming some of these Drake songs are not songs.
Yeah, I don't think that one particular song is much of a song because it's literally an intro that cuts off. It's a random interruption, and then it's, your pussy is calling my name. Which, granted, that is one of the catchier parts of the record, but it doesn't really build out into anything. There's only a couple refrains on this thing that kind of stand out. Refrains or choruses. One of them is that. The other one is, what is it? Try. Like, how long did they fucking spend in the studio on that one?
Listen,
Like,
okay.
Tried. Like,
First of all,
did they spend weeks hammering that one out?
First of all, don't ever do that again. I don't know what that was. Okay, that's number one.
Of course you don't know what it is because you don't remember anything off this
That didn't resemble anything on a Drake album. If you think it did, that's insane. Number two, I get what you're saying. You're like, oh, dude, the shit that you're saying, you're like, oh, yeah, they really like took a long time to work on that. Dude, how many artists are like, oh, I went into the booth one time and recorded like a hit song? Like, people, like some people take months or years, like Kendrick Lamar took years to make this album. Some people, they just make a song in like a day or two, bro. Like, how does that mean, like, because it's Drake, you expect him to, like, do it, like, in such, like, a crazy, like, detailed way?
Okay,
What if he just wants to make a song just for a song?
What you're saying is true. And it's actually universally true for everybody. Even guys like Kendrick will go into the studio and in 30 minutes, they'll bang out a track that will actually end up on their record. I was interviewing Logic recently, and he just came out with a new album. And he says the new record that he just put out, Vinyl Days, which is pretty good, production, lyrics, everything. He recorded in 12 days. And there's like, 30 tracks on it, including interludes. That doesn't leave a whole lot of time for every single song. You know what I mean? So there are a lot of artists who produce work really fast. But here's the thing. Like, regardless, if you're making trash, you should have the filter to be able to, when you're finished with it, whether it took you a long time or a short time, to be like, oh, you know what? This didn't turn out too good. Let me just head in a different direction or make some alterations or add to it so that there's actually some dynamics to it and it's not the same shit for 5 minutes.
So you listened to the Logic album. You said he made it in 12 days. What did you think about it?
I think it's decent. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's not my favorite album in the world, but I guess I liked it more than the Drake record.
And so do you think that Drake took more than 12 days to work on this album?
Again, it has nothing to do with the amount of time. It has to do with whether or not when you come out with something or when you put something together, do you have the ability to edit yourself and say, yeah, this wasn't my best. This wasn't, a great piece of work I put together. Let me move on to the next thing or give the fans something else. You know what I mean? It's not that he worked on it fast. It's that he's working on it fast and he's not caring about how it comes out, because obviously the sound quality of the tracks reflect that. The lack of lyrics that you actually want to dive into reflect that. The lack of melodies that you actually fucking remember reflects that.
But every Drake album that has come out, there are catchy songs on every album.
I just asked you to hum a melody from.
You told me to hum a melody from the album that came out 3 days ago.
You literally listened to the song 20 minutes before we had this conversation.
First of all, I was 3 days. Can I first of all, I'm not even a good singer.
You were listening to the song 20 minutes. You booted that song with fun. You literally went on stream and said, hey, yo, this song's about when you block a girl because they're crazy. That's so relatable. Everybody could do that. But you can't remember the fucking melody from the song that you love so much because you can relate to it?
Fine. I'm sorry I can relate more to Texco Green than my uncle now. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I can't relate. I'm sorry. Does that mean I'm not woke enough to listen to dude, I just want to go to the fucking party. I just listen to a song, bro. Why does it have to be this crazy shit? It doesn't need to be. I think that's what Drake's trying to do here. It's like telling other artists yo, look at me. You don't have to be some crazy shit. Just fucking whatever you want to do.
I'm not even advocating for it to be crazy.
You're advocating for Drake to be like, hey, listen, I have to go sit in the mountains of Wyoming and isolate myself for 19. Dude, you are, bro. That would be the effort for you to accept it. That would be it. Drake can't just go in his studio for a month and make something. He can't. He's not allowed, bro. Because it's Drake, right? Come on, bro. You know I'm right, dude.
All I'm trying to say to you is that, look, for a great track, and Drake has made great tracks, okay? Drake has made great tracks. For a great track, there should be layers. You should have a great beat. You should have a memorable chorus. You should have verses that you actually want to rap along with. You should have a melody that sticks out to you. You can have multiple aspects to a song that are appealing. And all I'm saying about that track and many songs off this record is that the melodies suck. And the reason the melodies suck is because Drake isn't thinking about any of the melodies. He's just coming on the fucking mic and going, it's not a fucking melody you want to sing along with. It's just some boring ass shit.
So okay. When you're saying, okay, so I'm just going to reference the Kendrick album because that's the closest thing that I can for someone, because you rated his album, what did you rate it? A 8 or not? What was it?
An 8.
Okay. So that's good to you. That was good to you. I like the album too.
Right.
On that album, there's maybe 3 songs where you want to sing along or something on that album. There really are. The other songs, and dude, I've listened to the album 10 times. The other songs are not like that.
Did you like it?
I liked the album, but I didn't like it the way I liked this type of album where I can listen to the songs and not have to it's not I can put it on in the car with anyone in the car. If I put on the Kendrick thing in the car, it's some deep shit. It doesn't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I'm saying. But because you were talking about melodies, that's what I was saying. Like, you're saying melodies, so I'm thinking about catchy shit.
I'm saying melodies because Drake is singing for the majority of this record. Yeah. I get their songs on the Kendrick record, like We Cry Together, that, you know, you're not singing along with it. It's just, you know, pretty much like a fight. You know, but there are tracks like
What's a fight? What's a fight?
That are really catchy.
What
no,
fight?
I mean, We Cry Together, the song where they're arguing on the song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, the one on the Kendrick album. Yeah.
Obviously, there's not like a catchy melody to that track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, that song is a fucking experience that no other song is going to give you. But the thing is, I'm not even holding Drake to that standard. I truly am honestly not, because all I need to do, or all I feel I need to do, is like just literally recall his past hits where he seemingly put effort into like into the structure of a track. You're talking about like how, you know, nobody with these songs would ask for them to be turned off in the club, and sure, that's true. I agree with you. But the thing is, like, if you want to like have a club night where everybody's having a fun time and going crazy, having a memorable night, you want to put on back to back. You don't want to put on these sleepy ass songs that nobody's paying attention to. Like, if you put on back to back, everybody's gonna go crazy. And everybody's gonna be talking about like, oh, remember when that happened to Meek Mill?
But dude, but this is here's where it's like really hard to rate albums when they first come out, because, dude, there are now songs on Scorpion, and most people didn't even like Scorpion like that. But there are some songs on Scorpion now that if they come on, it's like, oh shit, like that's like a good song. And even like other albums like Views. I know you don't like Views. There are songs that it comes on, you're like, oh damn, but like when it first came out, people didn't care like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, we're talking about these songs, like this shit came out 3 days ago, and you're saying it's not memorable. How do you know what's memorable in 3 days? That's my point. And you're not the only one saying that. People are saying that.
I will tell you that there are tracks that stand out on Scorpion. Kiki, do you love me? Like, I get it. I understand. The thing is, like, that was the fans that kind of decided that was the hit off of just kind of streaming it like crazy. And they're kind of being a viral trend off of it with the dancing outside the fucking car. That wasn't like a track that Drake and everybody made in the studio and decided that was going to be the single. You know what I mean? But, you know, still, with that being said, yeah, there are highlights on Scorpion, but the whole fucking record is 90 minutes long and it's mostly a snooze. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really not, though, bro.
I'm talking about that record. I'm talking about the overall experience. You know what I mean? Like, sure, like a broken clock is going to be right twice a day. Like, you can come out with a 90-minute album and there will be like 3 to 5 fucking bops on it.
3 to 5. There's like 2 skips on Scorpion.
2?
There's like 2, and like one of them's like the Jay-Z song.
I respect it. You mean it. I respect it.
There's like 2, dude. I mean, wait, hold on. Let me. I actually genuinely want to see. I for myself, I want to see this. I'm pulling it up on my stream. Okay, I'm not skipping Survival, Nonstop, Elevate.
Hotline Bling is the best fucking track from that record, and that track came out like months before the record was out.
I'm skipping Talk Up.
That's very brave of you.
I'm skipping that. Maybe Ratchet Happy Birthday, but depending on my mood, maybe not. And then, dude, besides that, no, maybe the one, maybe this After Dark shit. Like, dude, I'm not kidding, maybe 2. But people go back and they just think like, oh, dude, Scorpion was ass. But when you actually look at it, no, it's not. This is what happens with in my opinion, every single Drake album, bro. Every album.
To an extent, because Drake keeps putting out albums that this new album over here, it does make me rethink whether or not I should go back to CLB, because after having heard this, I may enjoy CLB more.
That's the most like condescending, like backhanded, like that makes no, dude.
Wait, time. I'm gonna act. You think I'm a troll? I'm gonna genuinely troll one time.
Okay.
Honestly, never mind. More like honestly, never mid.
Yeah, you know what? I might have to end the fuck, dude.
You're gonna end the phone call?
Dude, no. No, my whole stream, not even the call, my stream, like literally everything. Dude, Certified Lover Boy, because it has a goofy name, has been like memed and shit on. There are no bad songs on the album, bro. There's no bad ones.
Hey, wait, time. I'm streaming as well during this, so if you just get off stream, raid to me, please, and then we'll just have this conversation without me.
Okay, vice versa. I got you. No, I mean, dude, I'm looking at it. Okay, tell me a bad song and off the top of your head, a bad one.
Way Too Sexy is awful. Come on, man.
What? Okay, you know what? I think that. God damn it, bro. Like that, like.
Wait, time. We need to stop. Nobody's here to talk about old fucking albums. I need to ask you, why do you fucking like Liability? Come on, man.
Dude, Liability is one of those songs.
Bad Drake song slowed down. That's all it is.
Liability is one of those songs. See, I don't think you're in the mood for this album.
Finish that thought. One of what songs?
It's one of the. I was gonna say, I don't think you're in the mood. It's. You need to be in a type of mood to listen to that.
What's the mood? Tell me the mood.
The mood is like it's 1 a.m. It's you're in the backyard.
It's literally 1 a.m. right fucking now.
It's
where
1
I am.
a.m. You're in
tell me what else I fucking need to like this song.
It's dark out. You're in the front of your
It's
house, the
dark
back
out
of the
at
house.
1 a.m. It's never been 1 a.m. when it's been light. So
That's
please,
not
go
true.
on.
In Alaska, that's not true, bro.
Oh, well, I'm not in fucking Alaska.
All right. Well, all I'm saying is it's like one of those nighttime, like you're just thinking. Like it's just one of those. You're not thinking about what Drake's saying. You're just thinking, bro.
Yo, you were talking about this record earlier about like it's a fucking party record, and now you're saying like, and then you were making fun of my laptop analogy, like, oh, party by yourself doesn't even make sense. And now you're saying, yeah, the songs are for when you're by yourself and you're thinking.
That
like,
was one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my life.
This is literally all shit you said.
Nobody,
if it's insane,
no,
then
I'm saying
you're insane. If it's insane, then you think you are insane because I'm saying shit that
I'm saying what you said. Nobody's having a party by themselves on their laptop blasting music, bro. What human is doing that?
Listen, it's.
Dude, I think that you've done that a few times. I think you've done that.
It's an exaggerated illustration. It's an exaggeration to illustrate my point. Like obviously, I'm painting a picture of someone in isolation, listening to the record, having like a sad little kind of head bobbing groove little moment by themselves, just listening to Drake on their laptop. That's all I'm saying. I'm not too far off from what you're describing. Like, yeah, this song's about when it's 1 a.m. and it's dark out as well. On top of it, and you're just thinking. You're not thinking about the lyrics, but you're thinking,
dude. Have you never went? Okay, listen. I know you haven't, but for the other people who are watching, have you ever went on a Drake and drive, bro? That might sound corny.
A Drake and
sure.
It's
it
not
might sound.
Term. Nobody says that.
People say that. They say that shit, bro. I'm saying you just driving at night. Drake comes on. You're not even listening to the lyrics, bro.
Okay, listen. I will admit. I will admit that if you're reading this, It's Too Late came out, I did go on a couple Drake and drives.
Okay. And how did that feel? How did it feel?
It was like driving to any other kind of music I like. Drake and drive. Dude,
that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. No, you never heard like the joke like you Drake and drive and end up at your ex's, like driving past your ex's house? You never heard that?
No, I've not heard that. Drake has never made me want to drive to my ex's place.
Dude, okay, well then it didn't touch you emotionally then, because it touches other people, bro.
Drake is the only artist that I listen to who sings about their ex.
In a relatable way, yeah.
Like men have literally been singing about their exes like for hundreds of years now.
I mean, like most I don't know. I haven't listened to hundreds of years of music. I don't know, but I'm just saying that in today's day and age, Drake is the most the way he says shit is the most relatable that I've seen. I mean, other people say other shit, but it's like unrelatable shit that like the normal person can't relate to.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you don't think Drake's music is at least relatable?
I think it's relatable in the sense that it's so non-specific that like everybody can relate to it. Yeah, everybody can relate to it because the details are so low. Like everybody has an ex that they miss. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Wait, let me ask you this. This is the question I've been wanting to ask you for actually probably even longer than before we even talked last time. Okay?
Do it. Ask me.
What would be a great Drake album for you? Like, what would he have to do that would make you...
I already know I love If You're Reading This Is Too Late. There's so many great songs on that record. There's great production, super standout lyrics that are super catchy. There's great choruses, fucking 10 bands, 100 bands, fucking energy, fucking Know Yourself. Madonna is great. Six God. Like, there's so many great fucking tracks on that record. 6 p.m. in New York, I think, is one of his, better diary-like tracks and closers.
No, I agree. This is one of his best albums.
Yeah.
But my thing is this, though. Is there any nostalgia behind it, or are you just like, oh no, it's that good?
No, I loved it when I first heard it. I gave it a positive review.
Like, as soon as you heard it, you were like...
Yes, as soon as I fucking heard this record, I loved it. You can look up the review. I loved it when I first heard it.
Yeah, no. I will agree with you. That is one of his best albums. I just... Can he even do that? Because it's like, the point when he released that, it was kind of like, oh shit. Like, he never did anything really like that before.
I will say this era for Drake, considering back to back and stuff like that, he was like on fire. He was super hungry during this time. He was super hungry, super on fire during this time. And I mean, I think he could if he wanted to, but I think he's past the point where he feels like he needs to prove anything to anybody, and he's just doing whatever the fuck he wants with whatever energy level he can muster. And
interesting. So that's where you think Drake is right now. You think he's chilling and...
Yeah, that's where I think he's been. We literally talked about this in the last conversation. You yourself observed how depressed he sounded on most of the record.
My thing is just like, I never know when, like with a lot of artists, you can tell I'll bring up Kendrick again. You can tell he's been working on that, right? Like, like the time period that he's been working on it, right?
Sure.
With Drake, I don't know, like, because there's been leaked songs that I've heard like a year ago, and then it's on CLB. You know what I mean? I don't know when he's working on it, and that's why I think another reason why, if you're reading This Is Too Late, is really good is because like that's what he was just doing, and he's like, oh, I just made this, boom, here. I don't know, like I feel like there's some weird thing where like I don't know like when he's making these songs. At least in the last 2 albums, I guess. I don't know. If that makes sense. I don't know if anyone's following my train of thought.
I mean, on the last record, I think that kind of makes sense, given that I feel like he's kind of been inhabiting many of the same vibes on the past couple of records. But this new one over here, I think this was kind of given, kind of the similarly very claustrophobic, compressed sounds on many of the tracks and kind of the similar vocal and singing styles on a lot of the songs. I think this new record was kind of a concentrated effort. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think he kind of made this in a condensed
And I don't think I asked you this last time. What's your problem with More Life? I see you shit on More Life a lot, but that's got some good songs on it. I feel like you really shit on it.
It has a couple of good tracks on it that I like. I love Free Smoke. But the thing about it is that many of the songs on there sound sort of thrown together and unfinished, and I get that it's supposed to be like a playlist and everything, but I think it's just kind of an excuse to throw a bunch of clips together.
All right, so then I guess you kind of answered it by saying if you're reading this too late, but I'm saying now, today, what would Drake need to do that would be him putting in effort?
I'll say this new record could have been great. I think the record would have been better if he actually, again, let's say, Texco Green, for example. Same content, same lyrics. If you're singing, give me a fucking melody I want to hear. Give me a fucking melody I can remember. And give us a chorus with, some built-up production of beat switch or something, so that there's actually, a memorable part of the damn song. Leave everything else about the track the same, essentially, and just add those couple of parts. It would have been a better song. But instead of doing that, he's kind of he's got this vague idea of this girl thing that he wants to talk about, which is fine. And all he wants to do is just kind of give you these melodies that nobody fucking remembers for 4 or 5 minutes without putting in any effort.
But how do you know? How do you know?
Understated, soulless
listen.
delivery that he's put out in a while.
What you're saying is you're arguing that he's not making effort. How would you know?
Just look at the way that he's singing. Think about the singing performances that he gave on Take Care and how passionate those were in comparison with there's no fucking soul in it. He sounds like a fucking robot.
But I'm trying to follow you here, but it's just
sorry, am I speaking another fucking language here?
I get what you're trying to say, but bro, you don't know. Dude, think about it.
It's a couple of sentences.
Put it like this. Okay, he's putting out he doesn't know if you put out 15, whatever this is, 14 songs, right? Yeah. How is he gonna know what everyone's gonna like? Like, how would somebody know that?
Dude, it has nothing to do with like predicting what people like. It's like I can tell he's just riffing in the studio because
how could you tell something like that? That's so insane.
I've heard records where artists after the fact admit to like, yeah, we don't even write anything. We were just like, you think Drake sat down and wrote this record out like fucking carefully, like on the pad with the pen? Like they literally put these beats on and he's just like, yeah, let me just like do whatever over them and we'll just throw it together.
I don't know how you can just so confidently say this though, bro.
Because Drake has written songs and written albums where he very so clearly has like written out a fucking verse and has made sure that every line fucking hits.
And so this album, you have to rate it like against other albums and stuff. It can't be like, oh, this is just Drake doing like a dance thing. It can't be that. It has to be.
It's not about like I give you points of comparison in his old catalog that I like more just to show you that I'm not just blindly hating Drake no matter what he does. There are things that I think that I enjoy from him, and there are things that I think he's done that are better. But for me personally, like the rating for this record is just like with any other record. It personally just comes down to my own enjoyability, and I didn't enjoy anything off this record outside of a couple songs.
Oh my God.
Well, I said in the review, I think Sticky's great. And I think the closer's great. I think the production on Massive is really good. I think the production on Keeper is pretty good too. But outside of that, I think the record is mostly just throwaway.
Oh my God, bro. This, like...
Why is that so funny to you? I just asked you if you could like remember a melody from a track that you were playing a few minutes before I came on, and you couldn't.
First of all, like, I can't sing. I can't. You're telling me to like perform right now. I can't sing.
I'm not asking you to perform
You're telling me to sing like, melodies.
I'm asking you. You're telling me this record is like so standout, but I'm asking you, do you remember it? You're listening to it right now. Is there anything?
I'm not saying like, it's so stand out. I never said, oh, it's so stand out. What I'm saying is this: when I first listened to the album, when it came out, I was disappointed. I was like, damn, like. You know, there wasn't that many like off the first listen where I'm like, oh shit, this is like crazy, right? Which that's happened with like you just said, if you're reading this too late, whatever, right? I remember that happening with other Drake albums, whatever. But the reason it didn't happen is because these songs are like, they're not like the other Drake songs where he like writes out a whole thing and it's like this whatever. It's just like he's trying to make catchy songs, TikTok type like.
Catchy about it. I asked you to hum a part that was catchy from the fuking song you were playing. And
I've been on TikTok for the last 2 days. Every single one of these songs, there's like a fucking 100,000 videos.
Okay, well then, what's a part of a song that you've been seeing on TikTok that sticks out to you?
Your pussy shit. I don't know. The part where dude. Again, I'm not a singer. I can't sing. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing.
Again, listen. Granted, that part is catchy, but the thing is, like, that's just a tiny ass fucking clip in a couple thrown together parts. That's not really like an entire song.
But listen,
you know? Like that single part is cool for like a 10, 15 second TikTok video, but like outside of that.
But that's what the music industry is now.
It is, but it doesn't make for a good album.
Okay. I get what you're saying, but that's like you just being like, oh, I don't like how music is right now.
I actually like, personally, and I've talked about this, I actually like that TikTok is driving some artists that make, you know, mainstream and pop music to like actually be more conscious of how catchy their music is, because they know that if they do come up with a really catchy part, that it can go viral on TikTok. I actually like that about TikTok. But the thing is that shouldn't leave you in a position as an artist where you're like, yeah, let's just have a random fucking intro and then interrupt it and then throw a part about your pussy in there that the kids will like, and then that's not a fucking song.
But
that's being lazy. That's being lazy. You can write an entire song around the whole my pussy part if you want, but like actually make it a fucking song around or about that, and then have that be the thing, instead of just having like consciously throwing a 20-second clip in your track that you know the kids on TikTok are going to latch onto. That's just lazy.
But like Drake just released an album 9 months ago, and you even said like, "Oh, I'm surprised he came out with it this quick." So he's putting shit out. Wouldn't anyone rather who likes music rather like one of the biggest artists constantly be putting stuff out instead of what Kendrick does? That taking
I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said I was surprised. That's all.
No, I'm just saying. I think people would rather hearing more from someone than hearing less from someone. And if that means
the more Drake puts out music, the more reviews I do, the more talks with you that I do. I get to have nice conversations. So the more Drake puts out, the better, in my opinion.
Jesus Christ! I mean, dude. First of all, guys, anyone who's sitting here saying this is a debate, whatever, there's no winning this debate. There's nothing me or anyone can say that he's gonna be like, dude, you know what? Oh my God, fuck, Drake is the best. That's not gonna happen, bro. All I can do is try to pick your brain and understand why you have this opinion about Drake, and I just want to go is the reason because you love music so much that you see this guy's one of the best, and he doesn't care the way like other musicians who you review and you listen to care? Could that be part of it?
No, I would like Drake to care in his own Drakey kind of way.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Elaborate.
I think he's put out great singles and great records in the past where he has so obviously cared about like how the chorus sounds, about the message that he's putting across, about whether or not there are some standout lyrics that you want to repeat with him. Some bars or verses that everybody like remembers. There are points where in his career, I think he has like genuinely cared about making like a really good quality standout song that is going to stick with people. And I just don't think that moment was this album. I think he's like made some background music here, and I think he's better than this. When I say I want a better Drake, when I say I want a better record from Drake, I don't mean that he needs to go on the album like Kendrick and, just be like, look at all I done for you. Look at all I done for you. And, just like rap super deep fucking shit. No, I'm happy with Drake being in his feelings. I'm happy with Drake sort of just, rapping catchy stuff, just, going from 0 to 100 real quick and, YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. I'm fine with all that stuff. All that stuff is catchy. But the thing is, like, I don't find anything about Falling Back catchy. I don't find anything about Currents with the fucking squeaky bed bullshit catchy. It's just annoying.
So you find 0 songs, less than half the songs, catchy?
On this, I find a couple. I think Sticky is great. I think the closer with 21 Savage is great. I think the beats on Keeper and Massive are very good. Pretty much everything else is a snooze, especially Liability. It's just a bad slow motion Drake song.
Guys, listen to me. I know you've been listening to this whole time, chat. I want you to really pay attention to this right now. This is an amazing album, okay? It's not just okay. It's not just good.
It was standout, but now you're saying it's amazing? What is it?
It's amazing, okay? And the reason it's amazing is not just because, the songs are good, whatever. The reason it is amazing is because look what's happening, bro. I don't know if you guys go on the fucking... I know this guy goes on the internet. Everyone is talking about this. That is the pure genius of Drake. Say whatever you want to say. Talk whatever shit you want to say. He is the most streamed artist, bro. He is, dude, for a reason. Because everyone is going to listen to it. Whether you hate it or you love it. Or you, oh my God, I got to see what people are talking about. No other artist can do this, bro. They can't do it. And guess what happens? People get salty. People like this dude and other people get salty. They're like, why? Why Drake? Why? Dude, sometimes there's no reason, dude. It's just, dude, it's Drake, bro.
Don't put words in my mouth. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking like, why is Drake so popular? I know Drake is popular. Drake is popular. Especially this record. This album is very inoffensive, very easy to listen to. It's very, like you said, it's fine in a club context. Anybody who's everybody can relate to it because everybody has an ex that they miss. Drake is genuinely like a very appealing kind of, usually like kind of charismatic, magnetic figure. I understand why Drake is popular. I just don't think he makes.
And you understand why people need to hate though. People need to hate. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with, I mean, listen, you get to a point, like, it's like people are just gonna hate on you, bro. It's upsetting, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it. People fucking wish I was dead. I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, when people hate on you, like, what do you think about those people? I just want to, your opinion.
It's just like background noise at this point. I mean, I've heard everything.
So maybe, I don't know, bro.
I'm sure Drake's heard everything at this point too.
Yeah, I guess. And what do you think? And let's get a little. But I don't know how much time you have, but I just want to, because last time you got a little, psychological here. I want to hear your take on this.
Are you trying to get psychological now?
I want to get a little psychological because I've been drinking a little bit. I can think deep right now.
You need a therapy session?
No. Your opinion on this, right?
Okay.
What does all those comments, and you see the type of comments that Drake gets, and you fucking, I mean, you're, a lot of them some of them stem from you making a video like this or whatever. But my point is this, those comments that Drake sees, right? How do you think that affects him making music?
It depends on the era of Drake that we're talking about, because, you know, you were referencing some of those, you know, Drake the kind of guy memes earlier. And I think there was a point in time where they did very obviously get to him, and the fact that he wasn't taken very seriously as a hip hop artist because he wasn't hard and he wasn't this and he wasn't that. I think all of that definitely got to him. And, you know, I don't know exactly when personally, you know, he kind of turned, but I think he reached a point where he just didn't really give a fuck anymore, because he doesn't have to, you know, like, obviously, like, the numbers and the streams cannot be competed with. And he doesn't need to kind of twist himself into lyrical pretzels to impress anybody or prove that he's, like, at the top of the game. You know, I think, you know, there was definitely a point earlier in his career where those comments hurt him. I don't know if they have too much of an effect on him anymore. You know, I think he's probably got other things to worry and think about. I mean, I can't imagine there's anything on the internet about him that's new. You know, I certainly haven't seen anything on the internet about him that's new. When I see people making fun of Drake, it's like the same shit I've seen since, like, 2015. You know what I mean?
So I guess my follow-up to that is, do you think that, in your honest opinion, do you think that you personally will hear a Drake album, a new Drake album, that will be, in your opinion, you know, good, in your standards, again?
I think Drake has the means and the potential to make a new record that I could enjoy, and is generally better than what he's putting out now. But I don't think there's a lot of pressure for him to do so, because, like you said, you know, the music industry is in a position where, you know, he can throw a 20-second clip into a fucking song that's not really connected to the rest of the track, and it'll go crazy on TikTok, you know? I think the music industry isn't really at a point where Drake is really punished for coming out with mediocre music, because, you know, it doesn't bear out in the streams, because everybody wants to hear it, because, oh, everybody's gonna hear it, so we're curious about what it is because we want to have a conversation about it. We want to be in the middle of the polarization and the controversy and the stirring of the pot around whatever the fuck Drake does. It's kind of like a really weird, and it's difficult to describe, because, you know, I think culturally in the music industry, this is the first time we've ever reached this point, because of the internet, because of social media, because of streaming. But, like, Drake is an anomaly in that he's the only artist, and maybe people like Kanye come close, to where whenever he puts something out, it makes this insane feedback loop of conversation where it's like everyone engages in it not for the quality or the content of the music, but because they know there's going to be a conversation going on. So it's like everybody dives in because everybody's going to be talking about it, and everybody's going to be listening to it. It's going to be this universal experience that we all need to, you know, kind of have a collective, you know, experience over, even if that experience isn't altogether good. Because, you know, humans are a social species, And, we are searching for things that we can all kind of collectively experience to kind of gauge each other's experiences off of that. That's just kind of normal behavior. It's just the internet and music and streaming and algorithms have kind of like, I think kind of siphoned that natural process into a series of bastardized, capitalized interactions that, people who own these platforms make money off of, while we're just kind of, running around like with chickens that have their heads cut off.
That's that's an interesting way to look at it. I personally, like, listen, I feel like I think about shit that oh wait, hold on, I got a question in my chat. I just need to throw it out there to you real quick before I say anything. And I've been drinking, by the way, if anyone's like, oh dude, what's wrong with this guy? I didn't know I was gonna stream tonight, okay? I got one. Ask Fantano how he feels about.
I DM'd him and I said, "Hey, the review's going."
No, but I was already drinking.
I know you were.
That's why I was like, "Fuck."
How this started.
But listen, someone in my chat goes, "Ask Fantano how he feels about Logic saying he wanted to murder him." I actually want your opinion because I saw that. I saw those lyrics.
I think it's weird. It's weird. I just review music. There's no reason to want to murder me.
Dude, but you know him because you talked to him and shit.
Yeah, I've had conversations with him, like, a couple of conversations on the phone where he was talking to me about the way my reviews had sort of made him think about his music. And I, essentially said to him, like, my opinion doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm just giving my opinion on music. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You are a multi-millionaire rapper with tons of fans who's toured the world and has had tons of songs that are very popular that, no matter how much content I put out, more people are going to know his most popular songs than are ever going to know or, have heard my voice or whatever. Like, what I say shouldn't have that deep of an impact on you and what you do. You're just doing what you do.
But the thing is, this is hold on. This is interesting because you're a reviewer, like you review songs, but you also are on the internet and have people who could like not fuck with you. Like, so you actually can see both sides of, like, you see like an artist and like a review, like you see both sides, right? So like, if there's somebody actively trying to make you look bad or like whatever on the internet, like you're gonna feel some type of way about them. The murder that's insane to say murder, but like you get the gist of it. Like, so I kind of, in a weird way, like I kind of see what Logic's saying when he gets like mad and he's like, because he's like, dude, he probably like was a fan of you, and then he's like, you know what I mean? Because he likes the internet and shit. He streams, whatever. He sees you shit on him. He's like, dude, fuck you, bro. Like, I don't know. But that's just.
I guess here's the point that I want to illustrate essentially, and I get why artists have a hard time doing this because they put themselves into their music. So when you critique their music, they feel like you are critiquing them. Some of them can. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't, what I say about your music, and I keep it to the music. I don't come into my reviews and say, Drake's a fucking loser, he's a fucking prick, he's an idiot. I don't come into my reviews and say, Logic's a piece of shit. He's, I don't come up with a bunch of biracial, whatever about fucking memes about Logic in all my reviews. When I come on there, it's about the record.
But people are going to comment that, though.
Because it couldn't possibly be personal, because I don't even fucking know Drake.
But
on a personal level.
But though.
I may not like it, and there are records of Logic's that I reviewed very negatively before I ever had a conversation with him. That, again, it's not personal because I don't know you. I don't know you personally. And even still at this point, I've never hung out with Logic. And whenever we've talked, it's mostly been about just, again, this topic.
I get it, but I'm saying, like, what, like, the comments are going to be bad when you're people like you.
Yeah, but the thing is, generally the commenters, because they're fucking anonymous and they're commenters, they're the ones that take it too fucking far. Because they don't have anything of substance to say a lot of the times, and they're just like coming on there to attack the artist and make a joke at somebody's expense so they can feel better about themselves. And that's them and that's their problem, and that's just kind of what comments generally are.
Yeah, no, I see that. I mean, listen, dude, I don't know. I don't know how this even turned into this. I literally actually don't know.
You said you wanted to go on a deep psychological dive, so.
I mean, well, I guess, did you even really answer, like, do you think there will be a day, like, honestly, that you'll listen to a Drake album and be like, dude, I like this?
Again, I think Drake can, but I think there's no incentive for Drake to do it. Honestly.
So then your answer is no. You're saying that the best of Drake is behind him.
Yeah, I think so, but mostly because, like, listen, the best moments in most discographies from a lot of artists occur when there's, like, pressure. Pressure makes fucking diamonds. Maybe not in all cases, but the thing is, like, generally, I think that's true. On Drake right now, I think there's no pressure. I don't think there's any pressure on Drake. Who's pressuring Drake to do that? What is Drake feeling the pressure from right now? He has no competition. There's no trends or whatever. Like, every single thing that he does seems to spur off into something. There's no trend he needs to follow in order to stay relevant. There's literally no pressure on the man.
So how does someone like that, who's so huge, he's so big, how can somebody like that even do what you're saying you want them to do? Like, how would they even get to that point, bro?
How does Drake get to that point?
Yeah, like anybody, really.
I mean, Drake has made, great records.
I know what he's done, but I'm saying in the future.
Drake, for the most part, listen, the whole, like, first half of Drake's discography changed the face of modern hip hop. Like, I mean, pretty much every rapper that comes out is also expected to be a singer now. That's because of Drake. And the thing is, like, this, it used to be back during the bling era when I was, growing up and listening to hip hop in college, when everybody was like, oh, I got this, I got that, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's because of Drake that narrative has kind of shifted into, like, oh, I have all these things, but it's also because I have a hole inside me. And I'm also missing my ex, and so on and so forth. There's so many things that Drake has changed to where, like, so many people out there sound like a Drake clone these days, because he's, like, set the table that everybody's eating at. And because everybody is following him and you hear his sound and you hear his fingerprint pretty much all over the mainstream of hip hop, like, he's kind of untankable, until I think one day Drake will be irrelevant, but it's going to take.
One day Drake will what? It, like, broke up. One day Drake will what?
One day I think Drake will be irrelevant, because nobody stays relevant forever, but that's going to happen probably at the hand of a new generation coming in and saying, we don't like this, we reject this, we want to hear a new thing. And that's it. We want our own artist that represents our generation at the top of everything, and that's who we want to hear, and that's who we want to see reflected. Because you have to kind of consider, like, Drake is getting to an age, like, yeah, he does make relatable music, but, like, Zoomers are getting to the point, and alphas will get to a point where they don't relate to this man. He's going to be in his fucking 40s and 50s singing over whatever fucking beat that he wants to about how his ex doesn't talk to him anymore. And, some 14-year-old kids are going to want to fucking listen to that. They're going to want to listen to somebody who is their own age telling some story that they relate to.
Yeah. No, I get it. But the thing is, I don't think there's, like, an age with Drake's music that you need to be able to relate to him. That's just my opinion. I think like a kid in high school could listen to Drake, and it's not about his age. It's about, like, the situation. But anyway, listen. I don't think we're gonna reach any type of, like, agreement or anything, but I do have something fun I think that we could do real quick if you have time, bro.
Well, what do you? I want to say that agreeing with you isn't necessarily a point for me. I just come on here because I love your energy, and I have a good time talking to you. So.
No, me too. And I watch when you do streams where you review new music, and I've seen the whole scene where you have, like, the new song up and you play it on whatever. This is a suggestion from my chat, okay? And I was like, okay, you know what? This could be funny. And I know you're streaming too. I came out with a song in, like, 2018, okay? And this is when I was in a little beef with somebody online. I like the song. People like the song. I want to see if I could just send you the link. I'll put it up on stream. can you just listen to the song on your stream? Can you just review this song?
I will listen to it. And is it on like Apple Music or something?
I have a YouTube link. It's not on Apple Music because it's like copyright, the beat, whatever. But I'm gonna send it to you.
Message it to me in Discord.
All right, I'll get out of Discord. You can. I'm just gonna watch your stream and then we can reconvene. Now you wanna diss me, but you really know you don't want none of this beef. I get more viewers than you and I stream. Used to pull 10K, now you barely get 3. Nothing left to cash, that's that he's dead to me. But I'm still sending shots, ain't no resting in peace. I've been looking at your views, yeah, I'm dead, I'm asleep. How you really from the swamp, but you claiming the streets? That long forehead where I'm aiming the beam. You're depressed, taking out all your anger on me. Now you angering me. Now it's time to get it right, 90 angle degree. Your whole life fell apart and you blamed it on me. Yeah. Don't push me when I'm in album mode. You're not even top 5 as far as too high talent goes. Oh, your shit boring like where the passion goes. 6-pack by the summer, I'm eating salad bowls. We was brothers, there was peace in the air. You trying to reignite your youth, you put a streak in your hair. You're falling off and you're the only one that's keeping you there. I think that you're passing up your peak and you're scared. In LA, eating escargot. You a bum eating shit off the side of the road. Remember when you called me scared when it was time to play so? And told me you were so relieved when that man didn't show. Because he getting old. He want me to see his message, so he getting bold. This man can never find a balance like he missing toes. Now this
Okay, good job, buddy. Good job.
What the hell? What the hell is that?
Hell's what?
Bro, what kind of review is that? Good job, buddy?
I didn't give it to you as raw as Drake. Okay, you want an honest critique? You want an honest critique?
I need an honest critique. Yeah.
Okay, I think you need to rap more to get more comfortable vocally with breath control and stuff. And I feel like when you're writing, look out for words and terms that you don't need because they make your flow busier. Like what was that one line that you had? You said that forehead. What was it? What was it?
That forehead where I'm aiming that beam?
Yeah, right. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, on some lines like that, you don't need to necessarily throw that in there because when you're saying we know whose forehead you're referring to. You don't need to specify that it's that forehead. You know what I mean? So it's like it made the rhythm of that line a little awkward, and there were other lines where it was even worse, where you kind of like throwing too many words in there. Like, in order to make the flow catchy and kind of get your head bobbing to it and make it kind of consistent across the song, you want to make sure that you're not throwing too many words in there. Say as much as you can in as few words as possible. You know what I mean? Okay. Like, if you don't need to throw the word that in there, don't throw it in there. If you don't need to throw the word only in there, don't throw it in there. If you don't need to throw, some other kind of like a the or an if or, whatever kind of like, connection word or whatever the fuck, if you don't need to throw it in there, don't throw it in there. Or use like, what's the word I'm looking for? Won't instead of saying will not, throw a contraction there instead. You know what I mean? Like, just make sure that your lines aren't so busy that you're getting in the way of the flow sounding good. You know what I mean? Those are probably the two notes that I would give, because when you're rapping, the rhythm of what you're saying is so important, and you don't want to be throwing so many words out there that you lose the rhythm, or you have to say a sentence really fast and you kind of lose track of the beat.
Okay. No, that's fine. So, okay, I'm gonna take that in, and I might come out with some type of album. I don't know. If I did though, would you want to hop on any type of background vocal of you, like maybe like humming?
Yeah, I'll hum something like.
I might just sample that right there, but so that might be.
I'll hum something like that. A real catchy bar.
All right. That. Hey man, listen. This is we might not agree on Drake, but I always it's always a pleasure. I gotta go to sleep, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm on the East Coast.
You go to sleep.
Yeah, man. Listen. Until next time, bro.
Until next time. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man.